Analogy time. It is about as wet outside as my legs are messed up from today's workout. What up? Today, I'm going to be running you through my favourite post-workout meal. I think it's optimal for a couple of reasons. So optimal, in fact, I was trying to work it out the other day. I think, obviously there's been some like holidays and things like that, but by and large, I have eaten this every day for about 5 years. Give or take, because I started just before I went to university eating this specific meal, and yeah, it's just been my go-to post-workout because it is like, it's just awesome. So without further ado, Tom's post-workout pudding. So what goes into this? For a start, wait, how do I flip? Can I flip this? Oh, how's that for a camera angle? Boom. Okay, it looks like there's like purgatory or something going on behind me, but whatever. First things first, whey protein. I've just weighed out 31 grams of whey protein. It's about 20 grams. It's a concentrate isolate blend. Watch my video on choosing a whey protein if you want to know why I go for this particular one. I've used MTS whey banana cream pie flavour, and it's delicious. So yeah, that's gone in. Next, 500 grams of Greek yogurt, or yogurt, depending on what side of the pond you're from. I've started saying yogurt, I don't know why, but yeah. 500 grams of yogurt, whatever. I just said yogurt, whatever, man. This is the 0% fat version, so the macros are per 100 grams, 0 fat, 4 grams of carbs, of which all of them are sugar, naturally occurring from dairy, and 10.3 grams of protein. So you're getting an enormous hit of protein with this and an enormous hit of carbs as well. Research shows the ideal ratio of carbs to protein post-workout is about 3-1. So for every 1 gram of protein you want to get about 3 grams of carbs. I'm cutting, so my carbs have dropped down a little bit, but I'm still getting like the largest carb meal of the day post-workout, along with this huge dump of protein that I have post-workout, because I've just found that works for me. Okay, so you take the gross skin thing off the top, and then you just want to mix it round a bit, because the 0% fat version, you want to keep fat out of your post-workout meals, in my opinion. So you mix that up, and you get this like creamy, puddingy sort of consistency. You whack that all in there. Boom. All 500 grams of it. You cannot waste any of this, because if you're macroing it in, you gotta scrape the bowl. You gotta get it all out. Great. Boom. Okay. So yeah, and then I just mix the crap out of this. And the whey really serves to sort of thicken it up. And you can see you get this kind of, it ends up being, yeah, like a pudding sort of consistency. Really gets stuck in. This is also like, how do I train forearms? I make this every day. Boom. So, there's that. Throw that in there. Next one. I like to throw berries in. Fruit has a lot of fructose in it, and that is suboptimal as a carb source post-workout, in my opinion. But I throw it in mainly for flavour. So turn on my scales, and I do 100 grams of berries. So got some raspberries here. Throw them in. I like to mix up what I'm using as a fruit source, because they've all got different micronutrient profiles. So like, if I was going to go for some potassium, I'd go for bananas. There's polyphenols that are found in the skin of apples that are good. So I just mix it up. But I think I'd say blueberries are my favourite, mainly because they taste really good, but also they have some antioxidants that are pretty good for fat loss. So the more colourful you can get it, the better. Oh, just off. Look at that. 100 grams exactly. Boom. Like a pro. So you mix that all up. And the frozen berries like chill the yogurt and whey out even more. So you get, I mean, the consistency is just like, it's like ice cream or frozen yogurt or something. The last thing I do, so there's that. I throw in some honey. I weigh it out because honey is really calorically dense. So even when I'm bulking, I count macros when I bulk, but let's say for argument's sake that I wasn't, I'd still make sure to count these macros because honey, if you just start throwing it on, like I worked out, I was just sort of estimating like a third of a tub kind of thing, and it was getting on for like 500 calories of carbs. Straight up, because honey is just pure sugar basically. So when I'm trying to maintain or even add size, I will do 100 grams of honey. At the moment I am cutting, so I've dropped carbs a little bit and I'm going to do 66 grams. 63, 66. Boom. I am a pro at this. I could probably eyeball it at this point, but it's always good to have the feed scale handy. Here's your pudding. Boom. You can eat it with the honey. It is absolutely delicious. Oh, I mean, this video doesn't do it justice. It really is awesome. The macros for this are about 73 protein, 78 carbs, and like 2 fat. But obviously those carbs go up exponentially the more honey that you put in there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit here, watch YouTube, fitness videos, and eat some post-workout. Having carbs really, really high, say like 100 grams plus of honey, there isn't a huge amount of point to trying to replenish your muscle glycogen with like 300 grams of fucking carbs. Your muscle glycogen has probably been exhausted maximum 40%. In a very hard weights workout. So in truth, you don't need an enormous amount of carbs, but the insulin response and the kind of nutrient shuttling effects that a high carb meal can have mean that post-workout, in my opinion, is a good time to get in your largest carb meal. Now, and it's literally just a case of if I consume a carb meal at a random time and I, let's say, overconsume on carbs, those carbs could go to muscle glycogen or they could go to fat, but there's nothing really dictating that. Whereas post-workout, I can be pretty confident that they are going to go, that I've exhausted some carbohydrate sources in my body and that I'm going to have to replenish some muscle glycogen. So the whole meal timing thing is very much that I don't ascribe to there's an hour window post-workout, and if you don't eat this amount of carbs in that hour, then if you go like 3 minutes over, all your gains will fall off your body, and you should take a freaking blender to the gym and throw maltodextrin in that bitch as soon as you finish training. No, it doesn't work that way. But I think it's optimal to get carbs in post-workout when you can. There's another theory that says you should, after training, wait, and you can have some whey like immediately post-workout, but wait 45 minutes to an hour for growth hormone release, which happens during the workout, to peak and kind of level off. Because in a nutshell, if you spike insulin with carbs, that drives growth hormone down. However, the benefits of exogenous growth hormone, like having growth hormone surging around your bloodstream or not, is very much debated. And the difference that would make, if it did make a difference, is probably so infinitesimally small, it wouldn't really matter. So my advice would be get some carbs post-workout, 3-to-1, 2-to-1 sort of ratio, protein to carbs, but have like a big carb meal. In my opinion, have your largest carb meal post-workout, but don't stress if you don't, or you have the carbs immediately post, or it's like you got to drive for an hour and then eat it, don't stress out about it. It really isn't that big of a deal. So if you're looking for something to have as like a regular post-workout, or you just want to mix it up, give this a try and you won't be disappointed. A, with the taste of it, and B, with the gains. Gains!
Bang, 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 bang.